Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make my 3D beaded blueberry. Tiny little blueberry charm. So to make one of these you're going to need some size 11 seed beads in a dark blue. I actually used two colours, one towards the centre. So I'm using this one for the main colour. This is a Preciosa bead. And this one towards the centre, and this is a Miyuki, but any dark blue that you have. And then you'll need a size 15 seed bead in a dark blue. I don't have the brand or the name or anything of this one. It's an old, like really cheap. They're not even shape and size. It's just one that I had. I only need a few of these, so I thought it would be okay for that. It's the only dark blue one that I had. So any dark blue size 15 seed bead as well. You're going to need some beading thread. I'm using Wildfire in black because they're darker beads, so I don't want it to show up. So, and this is the size 0.515 millimeters. It works really well for this. This is a really like stiff thread, it really holds the shape well. And then you'll need a beading needle size 12 so that you can go through all your tiny beads as well. And that's everything. Let's get started. Forgot to say you'll need about 22 to 24 inches of thread, depending on whether or not you want to at the end then attach a loop with your jump ring on, or split ring or earring hook, depending what you want to do with it. I'm just going to show you how to make the charm, and then I'll explain how you can turn it into a pendant. So if you want to do that you'll need more like 24 inches, but if you're just doing this like I am, in which case you could use a head pin still to turn it into a charm, you'll need about 22 inches. Start by threading your needle onto your thread, and then you're going to pick up 4 of your main blue colour. Slide those down until you've got about 4 inches left, enough to hold comfortably. And then bringing your needle round, you're going to go back through that first bead to bring them together like that. I'm just going to flip that over, and then you're going to pick up one, same colour, coming out of this one straight through the one on the side. Pull that nice and tight so it doesn't get twisted. Then picking up one, coming out of here, straight through the one on the top. Picking up one, coming out of the top, straight down through the one on the side of that group of 4. Picking up one, coming out of this bead here, you're going to go straight through the next one along the bottom and through the one after that as well, up into the next row. Make sure that's pulled nice and tight, and keep your tail thread pulled nice and tight as well. So we have this. Now we're going to pick up 2. Coming out of this bead here, skip over one, go through the next one. Pick up 2. Coming out of this one, skip that one in the middle and go through the next one. Again, pick up 2. Now coming out of here, skipping over one through the next one. Make sure it's pulled tight. And picking up 2, skipping over one through the next one. Pull that really tight, and then from here you're going to move up into the top row through the next 2. Now these 4 groups of 2 you just added, you want to sort of just start to encourage them to curve inwards towards the middle. Now we're going to pick up one, coming out of these two, skipping over one, go through the next two. And just make sure that bead is going to sit on top of the one below rather than at the side, so just encouraging it all the time to sit up on the top. Then picking up one, coming out of these two on the top, we're going to skip that one underneath, go through the next two. Pull that through, and again just pulling it up into the centre. Picking up one, coming out of these two here, skipping over one, going through the next two beads. And again pushing that in towards the centre as you pull it tight. And finally for this row, picking up one, skipping this one through the next two and up through the one above as well. So through those two, up through the one above. Pull that through. Now taking all four, use your thumbs and your fingers to push those last four beads up and in as you pull it tight. And make sure you pull it really tight. Tail thread should be pulled tight as well. So now we have this. So I'm just holding it now like this, so it's kind of keeping those sides pushed up towards the centre. Now I'm going to pick up three, skipping over two, going through that next one. Just make sure they don't fall down to the side and that they stack up on top of the two below. And then same again, pick up three, coming out of here, skip two and through the next one. Same again, just make sure that they sit up on the top. And again, pick up three, skip over two, through the next one. Pick up three, skip over two and through the next one. Okay, that's the last three of the row, so holding them up and into the centre, just pulling it really tight. So we're coming out of here, you're going to move up and through the next three beads. So we have this. Now we're going to pick up one, coming out here, skipping over that one underneath and going through the next three on the top row. Picking up one, skipping over one, the next one underneath and going through the next three. Keep pulling it really tight every time. Picking up one, skipping over one, through the next three. Pick up one, skip over one, go through the next three, and that was the last one of the row. So we're coming out of here. As you can see, there's no gap here to add another bead, it's already there, so we need to step up through that next bead in order to start the next row. Before you do, just put your finger in the middle, pull it really tight. Make sure your tail thread's pulled really tight as well, so this original group doesn't start to come apart. This time picking up two, skipping over three underneath, you can see if you turn it to the side, skipping those three and going through the next one on the corner. That. Pick up two, skip over three, through the next one. picking up 2, skipping over 3 through the next one, picking up 2, skipping over 3 through the next one. And then that was the last 2 of the row, so we're going to move up and through the following 2 beads. Pull that nice and tight. So now we have this. Now I'm going to swap my second dark blue colour, but you can keep working with the same one if you don't have another one. Picking up 1, I'm coming out of these 2 here on the bottom. I'm going to skip this one on the side, go through the next 2. Same thing again, picking up 1, skipping that one that's in the corner underneath, go through the next 2. Pick up 1, skip over the one in the corner and go through the next 2. Picking up 1, skipping the one underneath, through the next 2 and up through that first bead we added in this row. So we have this, picking up 1, coming out of this one, you're going to skip the 2 underneath, go through the next one. Picking up 1, skipping 2 through the next one on the corner. 2 more times. Picking up 1 and through the next one on the corner. And picking up 1, skipping 2 through the next one. Oops. And up through the one above as well. Pull that nice and tight. So you should have this, so we're just going to go from here through those last 4 beads again, the 4 that are in the centre. Go through all 4 of those. There we go, pull it nice and tight. It's going to bring them together. So we have this almost finished. Now you're going to swap to your size 15 beads and you're going to pick up 3. And coming out of this one, you're going to go straight through that next one. We're working with all 4 of these right in the centre. Just make sure that's not twisted. So you have this, and do the same again. Pick up 3, coming out of here, straight through that next one in the central group of 4. Pick up 3, and go straight through the next one in that group of 4. And finally, same thing again, picking up 3, straight through the next one, which is back to where we started. Put 3, make sure it isn't twisted. So we have this, and this is us all finished. So now if you wanted to turn it into a charm of any sort, there's a couple of different ways. So like I said at the beginning, you could do a head pin straight through the centre here and out the top and create a loop with your wire. Remembering that if you wanted it to be like realistic, that the blueberry is attached on the stalk from this side, not this side. So it looks more realistic if you attach it from this side. Another way would be to go down to the bottom or the top here and create a little loop of beads and add your jump ring or whatever. Another place you could do that is on the side so that it hangs like this, so you can see this as the front. I would just go for this middle row, the middle bead here in this middle row where you've got your groups of 3s. Attach a loop and my jump ring to this middle bead, go through it a few times and then tie my knots. So that's how I'd do it if I was going to turn it into a charm. So to tie my knots, I'm in the centre here, I'm just going to move down and around through a few beads so that I'm in an easier position to see to tie my knots. from here. You just want to take your needle, make sure you're capturing the threads. So your needle's going under the threads that are connecting the two beads together. Pull it through, go up through the loop twice, pulling it down really hard until you feel the knot tighten. And then always moving away from your knot before you cut your thread, but you can go ahead and tie a couple more knots. And then cut off your thread and then thread onto your tail thread and do the same thing. So once you've done all that, then that is your blueberry all finished. So this is what they look like. I've got them, don't know if it'll reach here on my phone charm. This is what I made it for originally. So cute, so tiny. They are about a centimetre, perfect centimetre. So they're very small, very cute. And I just think this blue, this one you don't actually see it so much. I was originally going to do the little spikes with that colour, but it was too big, but I kept it in the pattern. I'm not sure why. You don't really need a second colour, but I suppose it adds a bit of dimension. But this colour I think is really good because it's got that matte finish, almost like a frosted, because you get that on blueberries where it's like, I don't know if it's from being in the fridge that they have that kind of frosted look. But I think this works really well. It's a little bit brighter than what an actual blueberry is, but I think it gives a better effect than using like a really, really, really dark navy blue, because with this you can tell what it's supposed to be. So again, that's the colour. Got mine from Spellbound Bead Co. So cute. So comment down below what other fruits you'd like to see or any other videos you'd like to see. I have got, let me see if it'll stretch, tutorial coming for where my little blackberry and strawberry, which you just saw, another strawberry, maybe my little daisy, we'll see. So comment down below anything else you want to see. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video to see more of my videos. That helps me out so much. And you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Beading by Hannah. Thanks for watching everyone. See you next time. Bye.